Hi, my name is Claddy, and today I want to share with you 10 times that I find products from the drugstore are better than high-end. This comes from my collective memory, also my experience working with drugstore makeup, skincare, hair care, and everything compared to some of the higher end versions, more expensive versions of the same category. And I want to make it Australian because when you say drugstore, it means that you can go to a pharmacy. Like in Australia, we don't call it a drugstore. Like the first time I brought that up to my boyfriend, he was like, drug? He was a bit irritated with the drug in the name, but I was like, no, I learned all of those words watching YouTube, makeup content, and the content creators, they are all people from the US. So I was like, I pick up that word. But on the same note, if you go to a pharmacy in Australia, what are the products that you can get there at an affordable price, but also just as good, maybe even better than some of the other high-end products that you can find at Mayer, at David Jones, at Sephora. So I want to share with you these 10 products. They can be found at some of the major drugstores in Australia, and sometimes when they are on sale, they're even cheaper. But the quality is still very, very good, and there's no point of comparison that I can make to justify, oh, it's good for the price, or if you can get it on sale, it's really good, but then it's not worth it when it's full price. But with these products, I will be willingly purchasing them at full price. And full price, it's still very affordable. Let's start with some makeup products, and then we're gonna work our way through skincare, hair care, and perfume. So the first makeup product I want to share with you is this Essence Gimme Glow Luminous Highlighter. I have the shade 20 Lovely Rose. This is a subtle highlighter. So if you want a sparkly, beaming, super glittery kind of highlighter, if you want that duochromic, multi-chromic effect from an indie highlighter, this is not for you. But if you're like me, if you enjoy a glowy powder that gives you a bit of a sheen, a bit of a healthy glow, but not too much, you don't want any visible glitter in the formula, boy oh boy, this is so good because I have the Fenty Killer Quad Duo highlighter. So one is very, very intense, very sparkly, very beaming, but the other one in the duo is very, very natural, very glowy, and I prefer the glowy, the natural, almost has a satin matte finish, not even like shimmering. But since I tried this one, I figured out that I like the undertone of this one. I just like the rosiness in this color, and when it is translated to my skin, it remains that subtle rosy color. And sometimes if I wear like a pink blush or a mauve blush, it blends into the blush color so well. And this formulation is just as good as the Fenty one, and you can get this one at Priceline in Australia for $6. Essence doesn't go on sale because this is, to me, one of the most affordable brands in Australia already, so you cannot compete with this price point because they set the price so affordable. And some other brand like Revlon, CoverGirl, Rimmel, L'Oreal, Maybelline, I can name a few. They try to mark up the price so high, but then they go on sale 50% off so often. So it's really hard to tell whether you should get it with full price or at that 20-30 Australian dollar price mark, whether it's really worth it. But this one, only $6, $6 Australian dollar. It so beautiful. I even like it better than my fancy one. Like I said, that's how amazing it is. This is a new discovery to my collections. This is the OXX Cosmetics or Ox Cosmetics. This is an in-house brand at Kmart, which is, I'm not sure what Kmart can be categorized as, but you can literally buy anything at Kmart. And this is just an affordable makeup brand at that store. I have this Lustre lipstick in the shade Naked. Honestly, in the beginning, I was looking for an alternative for one of my favorite lipsticks. That lipstick, it's expired, so I want to find the exact color. I was thinking of a brownish terracotta, very neutral, but quite deep and have a lot of brown in it. So I said to myself, okay, I could just go to the drugstore, maybe trying to find the cheapest lipstick just to test the water, just to see how close I can get to that original shade. So I pick up two of this lipstick. This is a Lustre formula, so it has a bit of a glossy sheen to it. And the color is not exactly what I would want it to be. So if you look at the swatch right here, it's a lighter nude shade. So on my lips, it will look very, very pale. This is not my lip color, but I started to use it as a cream blush, and you can tell I'm wearing it right now, and I just love the glossy, dewy finish on my skin, but it doesn't feel tacky at all. And I really like the color. This is a very, very pale, borderline unwearable bronzer shade to me, but somehow, because it's right on the verge of not being wearable, it's so natural and so subtle. And it becomes my favorite bronzer shade at the moment, so I keep wearing it just on my cheeks alone, and sometimes I don't even wear other makeup, and I feel like this is so natural. It does look like I'm having a flush, but it still looks like I'm wearing some sort of a makeup veil on my face. That's why it's natural, but quite intense, quite eye-catching in a sense. And I just like the color. Like, it's definitely way too light for my lips, but I didn't expect it to work so well on my skin tone, on my complexion like this. And this is $2, 2 Australian dollars. You cannot beat this. A couple of eyeshadow palettes. I cannot talk about drugstore makeup, good, affordable drugstore makeups, without mentioning my Australian palettes. I bought this in 2022, the year that I moved to Australia. I'm still using these up to this moment. It's quite flimsy because it's drugstore makeup, and I think you can get these for maybe $12 when they're on sale, and this quality is phenomenal. You can see the oily texture shimmer eyeshadows in this palette. So many duochrome shades. Cannot believe why they can produce these palettes and sell them for only 10, 20 Australian dollars. It's so beautiful. This is the Dreamed of Me palette, and this is Hazy Days palette. So these two are the original palette. Now they have maybe 4 more palettes with different color stories that you can choose from. And I think even the curations of the color story is so unique and so on point. So they do a lot of colorful color stories like this. And yeah, it feels like they didn't hold back at all from creating interesting, cool, fun color stories. They don't even make it wearable. Although, like if you look at a portion of this palette is still very wearable. Like this one is a bit neutral. This is a bit warm tone and this is a bit coolish mauvey, but I think they went full on with the shimmers and the multi-chromes in this palette, and I think up to this day these are some of the biggest deals that I've ever had, because these qualities is way better than a lot of high-end. Another eyeshadow palette is from Revolution. To be honest, I really enjoy this palette, but I only recommend if you get on sale. So full price I think is $18, but Revolutions at Pricelines in Australia you can get it for half off. Maybe you have to wait a little bit. They only have sales maybe 4 times a year, but it's gonna be totally worth it if you get this palette. And it's a dupe for the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 2 palette. So this pink terracotta, like warm tone pink color story. It's so fiery to me, and I really enjoy the quality of the shimmer shades, very similar to the texture shimmers in this palette. So it's up to you to pick between, I guess, 2 different color stories. And this palette, it has 2 cream shades. I enjoy working with them so much. Like I'm wearing the deeper shade on my eyes at the moment. You have to be careful with because it's so pigmented, but it's so easy to work with. You can use a finger. So I picked the cream eyeshadow up with a brush, trying to distribute the right amount of eyeshadow on the outer corner, and then I use my finger just a little bit to tap it out just to see how far it goes. It means you can use a brush, you can use your fingers. If you have like a sponge, like I think some people, they like to use their foundation sponge, so the sponge that they apply the foundation with, and maybe just like slightly dab the cream eyeshadow around this temple region. Is that the right word? Also to create the C-shaped effect. I'm not sure. Like I genuinely remember someone did that. It means this cream formulation is very versatile and they have more color stories. So if you don't want a Patrick Ta Major Dimension 2 dupe, you can actually find yourself a color story that you like. I think they have like 5 different palettes and they all look so good. But I was more interested in this rosy, fiery, rich, pink, orange color story. That's why I picked this palette. And so far it's been really good. I didn't mention too much about the mattes, but I do like the mattes too. The shimmers, like I said, intense, the cream formula, so easy to work with, so pigmented. The undertone is so nice. So, like I said, only recommend it when it's on sale. But if you feel like $18 compared to like $80 price point of that original Patrick Ta palette, you think that $18 is very reasonable, you can go for it, and I don't think you will disappoint at all. Some lippies, I group them together because I think they are very similar. They're from the same brand, the same color. I feel like the texture is quite the same as well. It's from the brand Icon Collective. The price point, you can get these products for $10 if you get 3 products. So you can pick. So they have like a sections at Big W or Priceline, but I don't see this brand at my local Priceline anymore. So I was just wondering if you can get it in store at Priceline or not. But you can still order them from the Priceline website. But at Big W, they just have a whole section right here. They have a display of a lot of collective products and from this line, and you can just pick 3 out of that sections. Any 3 products, you pay $10 for it. So if you break it down, each of these lipstick is gonna cost you $3.30. Huh. In this economy, that's a deal to me. And the formulation is really nice. These have pigmented glosses. So like this one is called a lip lacquer in the shade Rave. It's a deep pink, and I think this one is the lip gloss formula in the shade maybe tea rose. I don't remember. Like I think I lost the sticker on it, but I will make sure to link something down below. So they are very similar in terms of color. The formulation is quite similar too. So the lip lacquer, it looks a bit sheerer, but it's actually thicker. So maybe they put a lot of lip balm, like Vaseline component in it. The lip gloss is definitely more pigmented, but it feels thinner. But overall, I think these two are very similar. You can get away with either of them. Like, just don't be like me and pick 2 products like this. You end up with the same formulation. But if you want pigmented glosses, gee, these two are so good, so pigmented. Today, I'm wearing a little bit of both together, and I have to like blot my lips because it looks really, really bold. You just like apply one coat. Initially, I found them quite pigmented and quite thick, but then slowly I learned to blot the lips. It turns out they are quite comfortable and quite balmy. Like I said, maybe this one is more balmy, or this one. Like this one feel more hydrating and a little bit thinner, so it feels a bit more comfortable on my lips. But like I said, if you use a small amount, or if you like me, try to blot the excess product from your lips, they will feel quite comfortable, and they have a lot of colors for you to choose. So for $3.30, I think it's worth a try. If you think that I'm not sure, like how can it be good? Like just give it a try. If you're in Australia, you will feel like it's way better than a lot of high-end lip products. Moving to skincare, I want to mention this Johnson Cotton Touch face and body lotion. This is not exactly the version that you can find at the drugstore in Australia, but I will insert somewhere here the version that you can get in Australia, and I feel like they are close, but this one I got in Vietnam. Maybe it was distributed within East Asian market only. I couldn't find the white pale yellow versions of this face and body lotion, but if you can get either of these Johnson lotions in Australia, I feel like it's very close. This is the best affordable moisturizer that I ever tried. Period. It's so thin and hydrating. It smells good. So sometimes I don't want to overcomplicate my skincare routine. I just want a straightforward, thin, lightweight moisturizer. I think of this lotion, and I was like, it's so gentle because it is made for babies. So you get that hydrating feeling, but not overwhelming. So sometimes I feel like if they put a lot of active ingredients in a moisturizer, it just doesn't make me want to use moisturizer. I want something that hydrates my skin, and that's it. Don't do anything else. It's gonna mess up with other skincare products if you try to put more active ingredients in the moisturizer. You want to hydrate your skin with a moisturizer, and if that's your end goal, go for something like this because it's just straightforward and you just don't have to think about the weird interactions between the ingredients. It's so affordable, like $5-6, and you get yourself a whole bottle of moisturizer. And I don't know, like I have a weird obsessions with baby products and baby lotions because I feel like it's so gentle and it smells good. So I keep buying baby products. And it works for my skin. That's the most important thing to me. Oh, this giant bottle of sunscreen. This is Cancer Council Everyday Value Sunscreen. Lightweight all-purpose lotion for daily use. Paraben-free, suitable for sensitive skin. With SPF 50. So Cancer Council is a very, very reputable, famous Australian skincare brand, and they have a wide range of skincare products, mostly sunscreens, and this is, I think, the greatest value that you can find. I use it all over my body. I can use it on my face, but mostly when I get this giant 1 liter bottle, I meant to use it on my body, and I think I've used half of it already, and it's gonna last you for so long. It's not too thick, not too thin as well. So if you don't want that lingering, thick, hydrating, a little bit sticky feeling of sunscreen lotions on your body, you might not want this. You can try other versions of this line. I think they have, other formulas that you might be interested in as well. But to me, with the value that I get from this product, and it's mattifying to a certain degree. That's why I like to wear it on my face as well. So sometimes I feel like it's okay if you have a sticky sunscreen on your body, but if it's too sticky on my face, that's a no-go. But it's not too thick, it's not too dewy, not too sticky. A little bit of a mattifying effect on my face. That's why I just love using it. And I think I got this for 25 Australian dollar for a giant bottle like this. It's just so great. It's so much better than a lot of high-end sunscreen that I try. That's why if you go to Australia or if you have a chance to buy any product from this brand, highly recommend probably any product. Try to look into the line to see if anything would suit your taste. I don't think you will be disappointed at all with this brand. Let's continue with some hair care. This is my favorite shampoo of all time. I say it and I will say it again. If you come to me asking for recommendations of drugstore shampoos, like affordable ones that works really, really well, I would recommend you this one. This is from Herbal Essences. This is the white grapefruit and mint shampoo. So first of all, it smells amazing and it feels very refreshing as well. I'm not sure, is it because of the minty sensations in it, or like because it has this very strong clarifying quality? I have oily scalp, that's why I want that cleanse, that exfoliated, that's very, very clean and lightweight feeling after I shampoo my hair, after I completely wash up the residue accumulated over the course of 2 days between wash. I want that clarifying quality, and that's what I'm looking for in a shampoo. And I think this product, I got it from, I think, Chemist Warehouse. You can also find it in Woolworths. Every time I use this product, thinking of, oh, this is really affordable and reliable, I know that I have been a fan of like drugstore and affordable shampoos because I don't know, maybe I'm just cheap. The most expensive one is I don't remember the name. It's like Ox. I will insert the photo somewhere up here. Or simply, I have tried so many affordable shampoos throughout the years, and I feel like they work for me in a lot of ways. And my need for an expensive shampoo wouldn't be justifiable for my lifestyle and the way that I want to do my hair. So like I just want my hair to be very clean. I don't style it, and I like my bob cut. I don't like I grew my hair long in the last 2 years, and I was like, well, that's a very, very cool phase of my life to grow my hair out again, but I like to keep it short. So I don't want to put in so much time and effort, also money into finding an extravagant hair care routine. To me, this shampoo, the smell of it, it's quite artificial. The grapefruit scent, it's quite artificial, but very, very nice and refreshing. And my hair does smell a little bit nice after wash, so I just like it. And I think I got this one for like $7. At times, I couldn't find it at Chemist Warehouse anymore. I was like, whoa, 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 hang on. Are they discontinuing this shampoo? Like, this is my favorite shampoo. Oops. But I found they are still stocked at Woolworths. So, like, okay, it is relief. Like, but as long as I can have access to this shampoo, I will have a backup of this one because I really, really like it. I think slowly I will transgress into other shampoos. I'm using a Garnier shampoo right now, and that one is really, really good. So Garnier and Herbal Essences are two hair care slash shampoo brands in Australia that you can rely on the quality, also the prices they offer. That is actually a very good segue into this product. This is the Garnier Fructis Slick and Shine Anti-Frizz Serum. So it's a hair oil to me, but it's very, very thin. And I have tried maybe 4 different hair oils in my life. And since I started using this one, I don't want to go back to any of them. This better than the Moroccan oil, the famous Moroccan oil. I've tried that one a few years ago, and I was like, wow, that's really, really good. But I think that one is really thick and heavy. So I don't want to use it on my short hair because it's gonna weigh it down. Like I don't mind using it when my hair was a bit longer because it gives my hair a little bit of like weight. You know, sometimes I want my hair to look a bit weighted so that it drapes down my face and down my shoulder a little bit longer. But when I have my hair short like this, I inherently want it to look a little bit voluminous, a little bit, you know, fluffy, has a lot of volume in it. And since I tried this one, I feel like this is just the perfect hair oil texture. It's so lightweight, but still nourishing, smell a little bit fruity, and a little bit like nutty. I think it has argan oil in it. So like it's a nice mixture of a nutty scent and a fruity scent. I really, really like it. And it's $6. Yeah, you hear me correctly. When it's on sales, it's $6. I have modal backups of this product because I just cannot think of one day I would live without this product, and I will have as many backup as possible. I introduced this to my mom and my younger brother, and they both love it. So every time I get a chance to go back to Vietnam, I'll make sure that I have multiple bottles of this hair oil to bring back to them because we all love it. And actually, I want to bring some more back the next time that I go back, just to give it to my cousins, because more people should know about this product. It's so accessible. In Australia, you can just go to Chemist Warehouse. That's where I got most of my, makeup, body and hair care stuff. So you can find it everywhere. Like Chemist Warehouse is so accessible in Australia, and that I'm so thankful for. Also from Chemist Warehouse, I have two perfumes from the brand Monotheme. I'm not sure, is it French or Italian to the word Monotheme? They have so many affordable perfume. Look at these bottles. They look so luxe. They are like real glass bottle, and it reminds me of like classic old school Victorian era perfume bottles. So you have like a lid, like a cap like this, and then it's a spray bottle. But I feel like the look of them is just so aesthetically pleasing. I did peel off the label, so they have a sticker on the bottle, but I was like, I want them to look a little bit more classical, a little bit more vintage. That's why I peeled up the label. So now they're just two bottles like this. This one is almond. It's a warm, spicy scent. It's no longer available, but you can find other similar scent. And this is lime. I think that's the full name of it. And it has a straightforward, limey, fruity, sour scent. Very, very nice. I like mixing them together as well. So it's like a lemon pie, like a lemon vanilla cake type of situation when I mix them together. So, so good. And they are around the $20 price mark, I believe. So I think I got them for even cheaper because they went on sales or something. But the original prices of these perfumes are, I believe, $24.99 or something. Very, very affordable. They are not long lasting. And I think for that price point, you can already tell that, oh, this is not the luxury formula. But if you want to try it or experiment, a scent profile. So if you look at the ingredient and the notes and you was like, oh, I want to try that expensive perfume, but I'm not sure about that one note in it. And I want just to test the water just to see welled off with that particular note. You can go for one of these perfumes just to let yourself experience whether you like it or not. And if you like it, you can go for the more expensive one. But I can tell you, they have so many selections within their line. There was like a new collection, like green collections from this brand I'm eyeing right now. And I think one of the perfumes is cocoa bean something. I was like, oh, I want to get that one. $20 for a bottle of perfume like this. It's not budget breaking at all, I'd assume. And so far I have loved my two perfumes. So I was like, if you don't come to me for the vibes recommendations, I don't just want to throw recommendations and just like buy this, buy this. But like I said, I would recommend you to go for something more affordable first if you know that you already have a plan to purchase a more expensive item. If you think the quality and the price are justifiable, you can do either way around. That's up to you. That's up to how you distribute your budget. But if you tell me, oh, my budget is $20, how far can you recommend me? I would say, have you heard of this brand, Monotheme, at Chemist Warehouse? I mean, I can get you one as a gift. So these are 10 affordable drugstore products that you can find here in Australia. It's a video dedicated for whoever's living in Australia right now because this is where I'm living. And I just want to share with you my experience finding drugstore makeup, drugstore products in Australia, particularly in Perth. But I think the store system is kind of the same across multiple states. So if you are anywhere in Australia, I think you can somehow have access to these products. And I think they are amazing. They are so comparable, sometimes better than a lot of high-end products. And I want you to think of the way that you spend money and try to spend your money more wisely by maybe being a bit more selective about whether you want to invest in the quality or you want to invest in the preface of the product, like brand named, or do you want to get it at Sephora, you want to get it at Mecca, you want to get it at a department store. But if you just want to find a quality product, there are plenty at any drugstore. Once again, I'm Claudia, and hopefully we see each other again. Bye.